Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we have a brand new brand that we have on the channel today. Two Soul Spirits. So we're gonna get this in as an express quart. Try to keep this quick and high level. But Two Soul Spirits, ran by two guys, Chad and James. So Chad and James, number one, thank you for sending me various different samples. They actually sent me 4 samples. While I love to sip a lot of whiskey, I'm going to hold off on today, just kind of review 2 and just talk about Two Soul Spirits as a whole. Cool? All right. So again, ran by Chad and James. So Two Soul Spirits, they are an independent bottler. And what that essentially means is they, of course, have their own brand, Two Soul Spirits, and they are essentially buying single barrels from a ton of various different distilleries across the country. What's cool about it is that they pride themselves in transparency. So whenever you buy something either from them, either in the store or online, they always put on there the name of the distillery, mash bill, the price, I mean, everything. They are very transparent, and that's what they pride themselves in. Quite honestly, I've never had a Two Soul Spirits product before. In this case, like even though they're sourcing, I've never had any of their source single barrels. So I guess this is more about a couple of things. Number one, if you happen to see a Two Soul Spirits in a store, is it worth just kind of grabbing one because maybe these guys have great palates? We don't know. Haven't tried it yet. Or number 2, is it worth even going directly to the website and grabbing a bottle? Cool? All right. So I'm going to pour both of these. So I picked it. Again, they sent me 4. I picked the New York Straight Rye whiskey and a California Straight Bourbon whiskey. So let's go ahead and pour both of these, and then I'll give you the facts about each one. So these, I think some of these are still available on their website, but again, this is more about whether or not if Two Soul Spirits is one where, you know, maybe they have great palates, maybe they don't, right? At least based off of my review. But I love their transparency rather. First and foremost, I love the transparency. They're very straightforward. All right, so I'm going to start with, on my left, this is the New York Straight Rye whiskey. So again, they're sourcing this one. They're very straightforward. It came from Finger Lakes Distillery. What I like about their whole concept is that, you know, a lot of times, like for me, for example, I cannot find Finger Lakes Distillery products near me, even in Delaware. So this is pretty cool. The fact that, you know, I can go directly to their website, to Two Soul Spirits website, and actually buy this bottle if I enjoy it. And that's pretty cool. Again, because a lot of times, a lot of distilleries, they may not make a ton of single barrels that are available to the public as a single barrel. But in this case, Chad and James, they're finding some great barrels and they're putting them out to the market so that you can just go directly online and grab them. All right, New York Straight Rye whiskey coming from Finger Lakes Distillery, mash bill 80% rye, 20% malted barley. This is aged 6 years. It's coming in at 105.3 proof, and the barrel char was char number 4, right? So the char of the barrel, char number 4. All right, let's get into this bad boy. I do love a good single barrel, so I mean, that by itself is pretty cool. And like I said, I never see Finger Lakes Distillery products in my neck of the woods, at least not by me, not in Delaware. So pretty cool concept, the independent bottler. I love that whole concept by itself. And I love the fact that they work with, it's not just like one, they're not just sourcing it only from MGP or only from Finger Lakes. They work with, I mean, a ton of different distilleries. If you look at their website, it's a ton of different distilleries, which is pretty cool. All right. So the nose on this bad boy, very nice. And I love these little cards they sent over, by the way. Love the branding on the back. This Two Soul Spirits. Very nice. This is a straight rye. All right, so I have a good bit of like caramel, a little minty, a little peppery, some baking spices in the background. And what's kind of pretty cool, in the background, I also get a ton of like almost like a what is that? That apple. Oh gosh, what is that? Like a Granny Smith apple kind of a note. So it's like a Granny Smith apple, caramel, minty, peppery. The nose on this is really nice. I will say, if you look online, the majority of their products are about $90. About $90. But this is a straight rye whiskey, a single barrel, $90. We shall see. All right. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. Ooh, damn. That's good. That's really good. So, aged 6 years, 105 proof, single barrel. Wow, coming out of New York, yeah. New York, yeah. Finger Lakes Distillery. Damn. All right. All right, gentlemen, you guys, this is pretty good. You guys know me. I never hold back. I'm always going to be straightforward and honest. This is nice. Ooh. That's a really good pour. Wow. So a single barrel, 105 proof. Gosh. That has a great, like everything in the nose matched the palate. That Granny Smith apple was there in the nose. It was there in the palate as well. The caramel, the baking spices, not as much mint in palate, more pepper, which I'm okay with. It is a straight rye whiskey, so I'm good with that. Let me get a little bit more. I'm digging this. I am digging this. I think this is a great rye, honestly, not just for a, because some people only like rye or bourbon, but there are some people that are looking to cross over. This is really nice. This might be one, I would say, even if you are a bourbon drinker and you want to try something in the rye family, it's a bit sweet. It's something different because we can't find this in each and every market. Damn, this is definitely might be one worth getting. Goodness. That's really good, honestly. At $90, it's a little bit more on the expensive side. I would honestly prefer for this to be about $70 to $75 because it is a single barrel, right? Think about it. If you were getting a store pick, it probably would be a little bit more expensive. Now, obviously, a couple of dollars added in extra because they're sourcing the whiskey. They have to make a profit, right? We all have to live. But just based off of the quality of the whiskey, absolutely, that's a buy. Like I said, I would prefer for that to be closer to like $70 to $75. But if I'm just judging it off of the quality of the whiskey, and if you ever wanted to try a single barrel rye from, well, in this case, from Finger Lakes Distillery, but being sourced from Two Soul Spirit, that is really damn good. And I mean, damn good. Woo, all right. I love new brands. Not bad. All right, now we are moving over to a single barrel. Again, obviously, right? That's our whole concept. Aged 6 years, same thing. But this is from California. So this is a California straight bourbon whiskey. All right, before I dive into this one, 3 quick favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, let me know, have you ever tried a Two Soul Spirits product? And last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right. So this barrel was actually sourced from a brand that is no longer exists. So this was sourced from Sutherland's. So Sutherland's was a brand that they too actually sourced barrels, aged them for a period of time, but this distillery actually went out of business, or not distillery, but this brand rather, Sutherland out of California, out of Livermore, California, went out of business in February of 2023. So it sounds like Two Soul Spirits got a lot of their barrels and then are obviously now, a lot of the single barrels, and are now putting them out under their brand. So again, aged 6 years, 100% corn in the mash bill, so nothing else. So this is a 100% corn, true street bourbon whiskey, barrel charred number 4, and this one is coming in at 126.82%. All right, so 100% corn in mash bill. So I'm expecting this to be extremely sweet. That's just my guess. All right, here we go. Yeah, extremely vibrant in the nose. Very rich. Tons and tons of like sugar, brown sugar rather, caramel, little leather. All right, here we go, friends. Cheers. Woo! Ooh. Woo! Wow, that is very rich. What is interesting about this one is that it does not sip like it's 126.82 proof. This to me probably sips. Let me get a little bit more. Ooh, this probably sips closer to like, wow, maybe like 105, 108. That is sneaky scary in a way because this goes down way too easy. I mean, it's like, it's from California. It reminds me of a California wave, just nice and just chill. It's way too calm to be 126, almost 127 proof. I like this a lot. For me personally, honestly though, if I had to give you a judgment, Judge, is this worth a buy, a no buy, or leave it on the shelf? Or in this case, I guess, yeah, leave it on the website. I would say this one, I'm going to probably give this one, honestly, a do not buy. Here's the reason why. Do I like it? Yes, I really do like it. It's nice, it's crisp, it's sweet, but honestly, it's almost too sweet. So that would probably be my only feedback for this product. It's not that the whiskey's bad, it's really good actually. It is just extremely, and I mean extremely sweet. And you're talking to a guy who has probably the biggest sweet tooth around. I mean, I eat way too many desserts. And hence the reason why I do love a sweeter bourbon. But this is almost taking it to the max. It's way too much like caramel, way too much brown sugar. I mean, to the max. It's almost like truly like a after dinner kind of a dessert, kind of a, cocktail almost in a way. Very nice, good quality. I don't know if I would spend $90 on it though. I would probably honestly prefer if they would have bought this single barrel and maybe blended it to be not a single barrel. I think I would have probably preferred that better. Now, this rye coming from Finger Lakes Distillery, that is flat out amazing. Hey folks, until the next time, peace, cheers, and most important, salute. Take care.